talking about Raven and our friend Raven, who's got a big documentary coming out in a couple of weeks. So we want to make sure if we're going to sit and chop it up with Raven, it's going to happen when his documentary comes up. What's going on, Scotty?
Nothing, man. If you got to get that shameless plug in.
Well, you gotta be a whore is what you have to do to cut through the noise. The noise of this market.
Let's go ahead and Scotty, where can they watch your documentary?
On the 18th, November 18th, it drops nationally, I guess worldwide, and you can watch it on Amazon Prime. It's called Nevermore: The Raven Effect. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, on Vudu, YouTube, Apple, iTunes, all the usual suspects.
All the streamers, it'll be available. Raven, how much time do you spend in this documentary talking about Raven's Wrestler Rescue, the best thing you've ever been a part of, where we went into indie promotions and we had you make over a young individual who was not able to get over?
Unfortunately, 0%. But
you ran out of time. There was other stuff to talk.
Yeah, not for lack of trying. I mean, it was the next thing to go in.
Yeah, but after 30 years of a run, I mean, it's kind of hard to, to make that final cut.
Yeah, well, I told him when we did it, I said the only way I'll do it is if we make it warts and all. Got to show all my negative, tendencies and all, along with the happy stuff that everybody likes. But I wanted to make sure it showed warts and all. Mental illness. Everything that, I was egotistical, I was annoying, I was a lot of things, you know what I mean, that aren't great to hear about. But I knew, I've worked on them over the years and I feel like I've really conquered most of them. But watching it back, the rough cut, took me like 6 weeks to get around to watching it. He sent it to me, and I was like, okay. 6 weeks later, he calls me up. He's like, hey, have you watched it yet? I'm like, no, not yet. I'll get to it. It took me another couple of weeks to finally watch the thing, And then I had to watch it in like 2 shifts because even though I've dealt with all the issues in it, it's like ripping off Band-Aids, Band-Aids didn't even know we're there.
Absolutely.
Who was behind it?
This guy, Jordy Day. He also did the Bill Probert documentary.
Bob Probert, the hockey player. Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that show very much, actually.
Yeah, he did that. And he did the Charles Manson one and some other stuff.
Oh, so naturally Raven would be next, right?
Right, of course. Psychopaths,
right.
United.
Right. Jews, right? Oh no, I don't think he was part of the
weird thing about the Jewish is I'm really not that Jewish. I wasn't even bar mitzvahed. I don't follow the faith, but I did get my athleticism from the Jewish faith, which shows a complete lack of athleticism. But I got the brain power too, though, from the Jewish gene. So I'm happy about that.
Anytime there's a Jew in sports, it's got to be highlighted. We need to do this, Scotty, to further the message. So I want to go back to something you said a couple of minutes ago. In watching it, the things that were difficult to digest, was it stuff that you talked about in the talking head parts of this? Was it footage that they put in, or was it just reliving the experience that was most difficult?
All of the above. A lot of it was from my own speaking about it. Like I talked about my mental illnesses. I have histrionic personality disorder. I got narcissistic personality disorder. I got
Kev, are you checking any boxes, Kev, as Scotty
I'm
talks?
just waiting until he gets to the other side of the menu.
Oh, the Charlie Sheen side of the menu. Never took a dick in your mouth, did you, Raven?
No, not that I have anything against that. I just never was interested.
Yeah.
Right. I was hoping to get a Maven moment tonight. I guess it's not going to be that. Go ahead. Not that Maven's gay. I'm saying he gets the revelations from other people. But Scotty, when we did oh God, I guess one of the things I did with you was that Breaking Kayfabe show where it was like kind of stripped down and it wasn't talking about the gimmicks. It was more the person behind it. You did talk about specifically these things back then, and I'm going to say it was 10 years ago. So you were that aware even back then of these things, or were you getting help at that time?
I got help. I started getting help. Just pulling something up. I started getting help like when I was in WWE because, like, I was miserable. I thought my career was a waste. You know, I didn't think I was, successful at all, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's how I felt. And so I was in my addictionologist who said that he goes, you may not. He goes, how do you put it? He goes, you may not be an addict, but I've never seen anybody abuse drugs worse than you. So that's pretty good, I guess.
What was the drug of choice? Let's get back to the documentary for a minute. When it was proposed to you, did you have any trepidation? Did you think, you knew you were going to have to bear all, right? You said you wanted it to be warts and all.
Yeah.
But did you think that you'd hurt other people in your life maybe by revealing things?
I mean, it's me and my sister, she's the only family I've left. And she and I aren't that close. And it has nothing to do with her anyway, really. You know what I mean? She's in the documentary a couple times, I think. But yeah, I mean, I went to my friends from outside the business in it too. And it's kind of funny. They had the same, one of them pointed out that I had flunkies in college, like I always had a flock and flunkies that do my bidding, millions. I had that in real life too. It's weird. I always had to have a gang of people around with me, I couldn't be alone. And then now it's ironic that because I love to be by myself now,
As we get older, we all turn into Howard Hughes.
Well, I'm working on the fingernails. I only got them about 12 inches now, but
I've got Kleenex boxes on his shoes right now. So,
how many bottles of urine do you have saved up?
the only one I had, this was not. It's empty, but
It won't be for long.
Yeah, during the show, usually I usually fill that bitch up.
But that's a worker thing from driving, right? I mean, you've all been pissing in bottles, right?
I mean, and the thing is, I remember one time we were driving and they handed me a Gatorade bottle, and I fucking pissed, and all of a sudden you realize like, oh shit! So now you gotta pinch off, unroll the window because you're not smart enough at this point yet to fucking crack the door, and drop it down low. So instead you fucking
To pour it out?
Splatter the car.
The whole car gets fucking piss on it. Then you go to get something to eat. Everybody gets out and they go to get back in, and they go like, dude, can you fucking open the door from the inside? Like, fuck, your piss is all over. It's like, ugh.